What's up, YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Current Bitcoin TA, my friends. Let's go ahead and dive into this. It's Sunday. Yesterday, we basically did nothing but consolidate up and down in a 1,000-point range. Let's go over the macro conditions and zoom into the micro conditions, okay? Stock market obviously closed. Forex is still closed. So let's focus on crypto and get an idea of what's happening in the marketplace. As you guys know, we are trading in this bearish black swan. That is our macro daily pattern, okay? This is a powerful pattern, encompasses a lot of bars. I think it's 69 bars, perhaps. Let's see. We got to measure this for you guys. Up to the current, 72 bars. Okay, so this is a lot of bars. This is 72 days, and you form this pattern. Okay, now we did have a bullish white swan form, and it did get the price up. It looks like to the 0.5 fib. Literally wick through the 0.5 retracement line in the pitchfork, which has been 100% accurate since July, as I keep saying, hit the pattern line and then fell down, okay? So this is a descension pattern. As you can see, we are down off the top, okay? So far, we already descended. Since we've hit this top, we've already descended over 10% in this pattern, okay? So this is a 10% descension from this pattern. Now, we took shorts in our room, and obviously if you did that with 10x leverage, you're at 100% on your money. Anything above that, you're even higher multiple on your money, okay? So here's the key. Does it look like we're going to reverse? Now, Binance is offline. They come on later this evening, East Coast time, but does it look like we're going to reverse or continue down? Couple of key things that are appearing on all the different time frames are the bearish shapes. Okay, so let's go over a couple of these, because here on the daily, you have a, let me draw this for you. You have a double top that formed. Look at this. This is a double top that formed on the daily. Look where your neckline is. It's basically the median line, because this is an ascending angle here. It's basically your median line in the pitchfork. So if price gets down to 59K, you could potentially be breaking this neckline and dropping further. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a target for that, see where that could go. This is an if situation. Doesn't mean it's going to, okay? This is an if situation. Let's turn the magnet off, and then let's draw this. We'll draw from the lowest candle to candle confluence on both sides, guys. Let's get candle confluence on both sides, see where this could potentially go. Shrink this up some. Put this on a neckline where you could potentially fall through. Current candle right here. So we'll put on the median line right there. There we go. It looks good. That gets you down past 50K, guys. You're looking at 40, my picture's in the way, but you're looking at basically 49K, 49.5, 49.7, somewhere in there. Okay, that's just a target. Doesn't mean that's a guarantee if you do break that neckline, but that is a target, 49K. So you could potentially be falling further. That's, again, if you get velocity downwards, you are in a descending pattern, you're down 10%. You could get velocity further down, you would be going down to 49K, okay? That would not be a bullish situation, clearly. Let's go ahead and go to the 4-hour time frame, see what's happening here. So guys, we've been tracking very perfectly in this four-hour pitchfork since November 6th. You can see the 0.5 retracement line being used as resistance, used as support. The ceiling's been respected. The midline's been used as support and resistance. The retracement line, and then we fell out of it again. And look at the shapes, okay? These aren't even patterns. These aren't even fib patterns. This is just common candlestick shapes that are being made. You're making a double top. A lot of bearish patterns are being printed. Okay, this is something you need to pay attention to, because if any of these break with any velocity, you can go down. Okay, so that's something we're paying attention to. So with this pitchfork we have fallen out of, and you can see multiple times here where it was used as resistance to a candle rise. Rejection, 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 and rejection from the Gann level, and rejection here. So 4 or 5 times it was rejecting price. So fibs have been very, very accurate. Bitcoin's been respecting the fibs during this consolidation phase. And you were just hovering. Look at this number. Remember this number? I gave this to you. One of the first people to give you that 63.8 number. I showed you how many times we were rejected from it. I told you when we pumped above it, we could use it as support. And we're currently using it as support. We fall through it, we're using it as support. But we are just dangerously at 63.893. That's the 200 moving average, my friends. If you do get velocity and fall below the 200 moving average, that means you're definitely below the 200 moving average on the 1-hour time frame as well. We'll zoom into that in a second. One indicator I want to look at here, guys, let's look at our reverse engineered RSI married to volatility. Okay, so check this out. This has a median line here. You're trading below the median line. As this constricts, you get an explosive movement. You see this bottleneck? you get explosive movement. If price is above the median line, that movement tends to be upwards. If price is below the median line, that movement tends to go downwards. This is starting to constrict. Obviously, it can constrict a lot more. Let's go ahead and zoom out just so you can see some comparisons here, okay? You can see how this can constrict, but as it constricts, this is going to get tighter and you're going to have a move. And you want to be above that median line, because if you're not, most likely that move is going down, my friends. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. So we are below the 200. That's that blue line right here. You can see that. We had, this is interesting. So we've been in this consolidation, but we had this head and shoulders pattern form. You see this? Here's your shoulder, head, shoulder, and it did break. It broke right here, and it got bought right back up, because that's all part of this range trading that we're in, is this consolidation range. Now this is bearish because we're below the 200. We're basically keep bouncing back down to support at 63.8. Now again, just because indicators are saying that there could be a potential big move coming, and if you stay in a certain trend, it is biased to be bearish, which is true. I mean, guys, you can still go up, right? It depends. It all depends on buyers and sellers. And like I said, we have 4 or 5 billion. Some of that's been put into the market now. We had 4 or 5 billion, my last video 2 days ago, sitting in the exchanges. Now, keep in mind, this is a massive market. I think it was last time I looked, it was 2.6 or 2.8 trillion. So 4 or 5 billion is not going to get you to like 150K, but that money, some of that's gone into the market now, some hundreds of millions of it's gone into the market, but we're not getting a lot of movement, okay? So this is what's really interesting to watch. Are we just slowly rolling down? We are in that bearish black swan pattern. Are we slowly rolling down, or are we consolidating like a coiled snake for a move up? Well, again, we can look at the indicators, and these are just indicators. They are not guarantees. Look at the tightening happening. Look at the tightening happening in reverse engineered RSI, but again, you're below the median line. This move, if you wanted me to bet, like if we were in Vegas, if we stay below that median line, that move's going to be down. Okay, the tightening move is going to be down. If we get above the median line, that move is most likely going to be up. But we are below the 200. We are below the median line in the reverse engineered RSI. This looks very bearish to me, okay? And again, the fact that we are in that daily time frame pattern of dissension, Bitcoin's off 10%, and you're printing a massive double top on the daily time frame. And if you break that number there, you get below 59,360, which isn't that far away. All right, that's not that far away. That's what, 3,000 points away. If you break that number, you're dropping. Okay, you're dropping, and potentially all through the 50s. Okay, now obviously there's going to be reversals back and forth. Price moves in waves. You'll have patterns that print. It's not going to be a straight line drop, but this is all very bearish, and I gave you this pattern last week. Okay, so again, 10% move down so far. And if we move down further, we're going to keep moving down. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's go back to that 1 hour time frame. So that is our caterpillar. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that guy off. Let's look at Ichi. We probably fell through the moving average and underneath the cloud. Yeah, so we're at the baseline, the bottom of the cloud here. We're trying to work our way back in. Every time we do, we're getting rejected. As you can see, this is getting really thin, which is good. You want a thin Ichi cloud, means there's not a lot of resistance right here, so you could bounce back up. That's what I'm saying. There's potential, because as you can see, for the last few days, we've been doing this back and forth. It's just now you're in this lower quadrant range, okay? So now you're doing this. Instead of going up and down, you're kind of just meandering along here. So you really want to be able to make a nice move back up. If not, again, if you lose 63.8, this is that line you've been rejected from many times, you're going down lower. And if you break that neckline at 59, you're going down into the mid 50s, low 50s, possibly high 40s. So that's what's happening with Bitcoin right now, my friends. Let's look at some of our other indicators. Let's look at ATR. Let's look at volume. Volume is weak. I mean, you can see this. Look at the difference in the range of the volume here. Volume is very weak. Weak selling, weak buying. So very weak. ATR has descended. It is low. Load it like a coiled snake to do something. Z-score back and forth. Shande is just hovering back and forth on that meandering line. You can even see the Shande printed a double top. You see that? So, this is all interesting to watch. Not really. It's very boring to watch. We all want to see some type of movement, right? So since we trade in our group, we want to see price movement so we can trade a long or a short. Right now, the bias looks to be to the downside. This could all change when I upload the video, guys. You could have some candles climb up, get above the 200, and then if we explode it in that caterpillar, the bias would be to the upside. So right now, the caterpillar is shrinking. That's the volatility. It's confirmed with the ATR. The ATR is flat, like a coiled snake. At some point, there will be an explosion. And as of right now, the bias, according to the indicators, according to what I'm seeing with Fibonacci, and according to our macro daily pattern, which has Bitcoin down 10% already, the bias is to the downside. So, could be wrong. All these indicators could be wrong. Again, it just depends on buyers stepping into the market. Who knows what happens when Binance comes back online? Guys, we have to stay tuned and watch. But watch this dissension. Let's see if it continues. We'll see if there's an explosive move sometime tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, and at less than 6 hours is the candle close for the week and the daily. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that very closely. Guys, you like this type of stuff? Check out our room. The link is in the Discord description. We do trade signals. We do pattern trading. We do learning, education, fantastic community. If you want to trade on a platform that gives you $630 in bonuses, check out BITGET. No VPN is needed. You don't need a VPN, just need an email, guys. No KYC. You don't need an ID, just an email. So check them out. $630 in bonuses. That link is in the video description. Guys, another video coming soon. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Florida, so I'm enjoying it as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. Talk to you guys later.